Alright, so today we're going to be putting it all together. We've been working with slope-intercept, how to write the equations in slope-intercept form, both with and without the y-intercept. Today we're going to put it all together and we're going to look at slope-intercept word problems. I know word problems aren't everyone's favorite thing to work with, but they really are the real-world examples and how this material actually would apply and be relevant to you guys. So we'll go ahead and get started. Starting first with the warm-up. So here in the warm-up, we're just going to kind of review how to write equations in slope-intercept form given different pieces of information. So in the first one, remember, you always need to find m, which is your slope, and b, which is your y-intercept. And our format is y equals mx plus b. So in the first problem, I'm given a slope of 2, but I don't have my y-intercept. So what I have is y equals negative 2x plus b. But the ordered pair gives me an x and a y value. So 10 equals negative 2 times negative 4 plus b. So 10 equals positive 8 plus b. Subtract 8 from each side or add negative 8, depending on how you want to think of it. And you get 2 equaling b. Y equals negative 2x plus 2. Next one, write an equation given those 2 points. This time you're not given your slope or your y-intercept, so we need to find our slope first. Y minus y over x minus x. 6 minus 4 over 4 minus 3. That's 2 over 1, or a slope of 2. So y equals 2x plus b. Pick one of your 2 ordered pairs, doesn't matter which one. I'm going to choose 3, 4. So 4 equals 2 times 3 plus b. 4 equals 6 plus b. I'm going to subtract 6 from each side. So 4 minus 6 equals b. Negative 2 equals b. Y equals my slope, which was 2. And my y-intercept, which is negative 2. Same thing for the third problem. Start by finding your slope. Negative 6 minus 4 over negative 2 minus a negative 7 plus positive 7 plus negative 4. That gives me negative 10 over positive 5, which reduces down to negative 2. I'm given y equaling negative 2x plus b. Pick an ordered pair. I'm choosing negative 7 and 4. There's fewer negatives. Negative 7 equals negative 2 times 4 plus b. Negative 7 equals negative 8 plus b. I'm going to add 8 to each side. I get 1 equaling b. Final equation, y equals negative 2x plus 1. So the main vocabulary word today is going to be this word initial value. A lot of times in the word problems, you're going to hear it talking about an initial value. Initial value is the same thing as a starting point. So initial value or your starting point or your starting amount, those are all kind of synonyms to mean the same thing. Initial value is the y value of a function where the x value is equal to 0. Well, you should know that when your x value is equal to 0 in an ordered pair, as 0 comma something, that's exactly the same as your y-intercept. So your initial value, your starting amount, entrance fee, anything that talks about starting or at the beginning, that's going to be your y-intercept value. And that's going to be very, very important as we move forward through these problems. So first one. Shoe store offers free points when you sign up for the rewards card. So as soon as you sign up for the card, you get free points. In addition, every time you buy shoes, for every pair of shoes, you get additional points. And they're showing us the information on the graph over here. And my line should actually be up a little bit further. No, I think my line's actually... Yeah, my line is off a little bit. Didn't come over quite right from the PowerPoint. So, regardless, from the graph, you're going to pick 2 points. Okay, the points we want to pick are going to be 2, 60 and 4, 90. Okay, again, my graph is wrong. My graph should be shifted up just slightly. So you don't want to use the graph. We're going to use these 2 points. Find your slope, find b, just like we've been doing. Okay, so my slope is 90 minus 60 over 4 minus 2. My slope will reduce down to 30 over 2, which is 15. So my slope is 15. My y-intercept, so y equals 15x plus b. I'm going to use the 2 and the 60. 60 equals 15 times 2 plus b. 60 equals 30 plus b. Subtract 30 from each side, or add negative 30. And we get positive 30 equaling b. Final equation. Y equals 15x plus 30. It asks you to interpret the rate of change in the initial value. Rate of change is your slope. Initial value is your y-intercept. It wants to know what these numbers represent. Well, it told us in the problem. You get free points when you sign up, and then for every pair of shoes you purchase, you get additional points. So the 15 is the points for shoes, and the 30, just like below, we were talking about initial value. 30 is going to be your starting amount. It's how many points, can't talk and write at the same time. It's how many points you got when you opened the card or when you started saving points. And that's all it's asking for when it asks you to interpret the rate of the change and the initial value. What are these numbers actually representing in a real-world situation? So looking at another one from a graph. Let me see if this one... 6 and 100. Yeah, it brought it over from the graph, okay? But I'm still going to help us pull the points off. So here, you get charged a yearly subscription fee plus a monthly fee. So you have one cost for the year, plus you get a charge every month. Okay. We're going to use the ordered pairs 2 and 40. And we're going to use the ordered pair 6 and 100. The 2 and 40 was pretty easy to come up with. The 6 and 100, you kind of have to estimate where that is, so I'd rather just give you the exact value there. So find your slope first. 100 minus 40 over 6 minus 2. That's going to give me 60 over 4. 60 over 4 is 15. So my slope just happens to be 15 again. It won't always work out to be 15 again, but in this case it does happen to work out to be 15. Now I need to find b. Y equals 15x plus b. I'm going to use the 2 and the 40. So 40 equals 15 times 2 plus b. 40 equals 30 plus b. Subtract 30 from each side. And you get b equaling 10. So y equals 15x plus 10. Now remember, we're looking at a yearly subscription fee plus a monthly fee. Okay. Remember, your y-intercept is your initial value or your starting amount. The 10 is going to be the starting amount, which is the yearly fee. You only pay it once a year. The 15 is going to be your cost per month. same thing now, but now we're getting rid of the graph. I'm going to give you the information in the problem itself. Okay. So, Joan's going to add some pictures to her photo album. Each week she's going to add 12 photos. After 8 weeks, she has a total of 120 photos. Hopefully you see the ordered pair 8, 120. Then we get the 12 photos. It's saying that each week she is adding those 12 photos. So is the 12 her starting amount, or is it something that's being changed as it moves on through the problem? I'm hoping you see that the 12 is actually our slope. It's something that's changing. It's not how many photos she started with. That's the B value. We don't know that. And that's what we want to find out. So y equals 12x plus b. 120 equals 12 times 8 plus b. So 120 equals 96 plus b. Subtract 96 from each side, or add negative 96. Sorry, froze for a minute. That's going to give me 24 equaling b. So y equals 12x plus 24. Interpret the rate of change in the initial value. Well, we know that the 12, it told us that. That's the photos added each week. And the 24, that's our y-intercept. Again, that's our starting amount. How many she started with. Your y-intercept, or your b value, is always going to somehow relate to this starting amount. Same sort of thing. Rental fee and $2 per hour. If you were listening a little bit last week, I told you that the per always is your slope. That per is a key word to kind of tune into your slope. Okay? So if they're charging a rental fee and $2 per hour, and we know that the $2 per hour is our slope, our rental fee must have something to do with our y-intercept. Not quite sure what yet, but it has something to do with our y-intercept. So m is 2, and I'm giving you the ordered pair 5, 13. Remember, dollar amounts are always your y value. So y equals 2x plus b. 13 equals 2 times 5 plus b. 13 equals 10 plus b. Subtract 10 from each side. 3 equals b. So now I got my slope, now I got b. So y equals 2x plus 3. Because of the labeling we did when we first started reading the problem up here, we should be able to pretty easily identify what our slope and our y-intercept represent. Our slope is the cost per hour. And our y-intercept, it told us right in the problem, it's our rental fee. You don't want to write starting amount because we know a little bit more information. We know that the starting amount is actually going to be just the rental fee. So you want to put in as much detail as you possibly can. Alright, so now we're looking at one from a table. It's the same process. Okay. Number of months and the money saved. You need your slope, you need your y-intercept. Pick 2 ordered pairs. I'm going to pick 130 minus 110 over 4 minus 3. That's 20 over 1, or 20. B value, y equals 20x plus b. 110 equals 20 times 3 plus b. 110 equals 60 plus b. Subtract 60 from each side. And I get 50 equaling b. Final equation, y equals 20x plus 50. So, we know by the labels in the graph that we have the number of months and the money saved. And hopefully you're noticing a pattern that to go from month to month, he adds $20. So the 20 is your, I don't know how you want to say that, how much is saved each month. And then if you remember, our y-intercept, if we're not told specifically, is always going to be known as your starting amount. It's how much he started with when he went to try to save. So starting amount. Same thing with the chart again. Pick 2 ordered pairs. This time we're looking at a weight of the puppy. So we have 4 and 17. We have 6 and 23. 23 minus 17 over 6 minus 4. That's 6 over 2, which is 3. So my slope is 3. Y equals 3x plus b. 17 equals 3 times 4 plus b. 17 equals 12 plus b. Add negative 12 to each side. And we get 5 equaling b. So y equals 3x plus 5. Okay. 3 is the weight gain each week. Gain each week. 5, my y-intercept like normal. If you're not sure what else it is, it's probably your starting amount. Or in this case, your starting weight. So the first time the puppy went to the vet, he was probably 5 pounds. And every time he's gone after that, in 2-week increments, he seems to be gaining at a rate of 3 pounds. 2 for you to try. It looks like my graph came over. Okay, but I'm still going to give you the ordered pairs. You want to use 2 and 40 and 6 and 100 for that one. So the Pottery Studio charges a firing fee plus an additional amount per hour. Try them on your own and then we'll go over them. So hopefully we're pretty good at writing the equations now. For the first one, you should have ended up with y equals 15x plus 10. This lesson is more interested in, can you tell me what these numbers represent? In the problem, it said a firing fee plus an amount per hour. There's that per again that's telling me my slope. So the 15 is the cost per hour, because that's my slope. So if the 15 is my cost per hour, that leaves 10 as my firing fee. 2, you write your equation, you get y equals 0.10x plus 10. And it says we have a monthly fee and a cost per text. Well, the per again tells me that my slope is going to be my cost per text. And the 10 is going to be my monthly fee. So hopefully you throughout the lesson that we're still just finding our slope and our b like we've been doing. The only new piece today is actually figuring out what those numbers stand for in a real-world type of setting. And that is very, very important to be able to identify what these numbers actually represent and what are these numbers actually telling us. Your homework tonight is a worksheet. It should be on the website if you don't have it in front of you.